The Milwaukee Bucks have won the NBA Cup, and what a game from Giannis. 97-81 Milwaukee. Complete domination really in the second half. It wasn't close. Like entering the second half, I think the game was within one. Milwaukee dominated the third quarter. It was 26-14. OKC couldn't get anything going offensively. Giannis was everywhere, and that's something I really want to talk about this video. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of over after the third quarter. I think OKC made a run. I think it was early fourth, maybe it was late third. And then OKC responded like 8-0. At that point, it was over. And yeah, what a game from Giannis. It seems like he was everywhere, doing everything. He had a triple-double, 26 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists. Also had 5 stocks. I don't have the stats in front of me. That stat line can't have been done many times. I'm watching the post game. I'm just seeing Giannis highlights. Like he was that good. The star of the show. I don't know if the NBA Cup has like an MVP award or something, but if they do, I'd assume Giannis gets it. Might be a casual. I don't remember if they had it last year for LeBron or AD. But yeah, Giannis definitely deserves it. The stats don't look as good as they should have been too. Like he was doing everything in every possession. He had the ball in his hands offensively, defensively. He was defending the guy with the ball or defending off ball, help defense, or someone that eventually did get the ball. Like he was everywhere. Only shot 6 for 11 from the line, which isn't great, but yeah, I mean he was just dominant. Easily MVP of the game. Brook Lopez actually hit a few threes. He kind of went crazy in the fourth quarter, had a couple big ones. Dame had 23. He had 5 threes. And Ajax, I know the stat line won't say it. He didn't have any steals. He didn't have any blocks. Only shot 1 for 6. He was a huge part in why the Bucks won. This dude locked up Shea for a lot of the game. I think he was the main defender, at least for the most part. I didn't watch much of the first half. I was busy. I couldn't watch much of it. I'll watch parts of it, especially parts of the second quarter. But yeah, I mean, Shea shot 8 for 24, 21 points. He had 25 in, like, the last 5. Like, I'll try and find his game log. But yeah, I mean, this dude was consistently putting up, like, 25. Yeah, okay, so his last games were 32, 39, 31, 30, 26, 32, 36, 35, 37, 28, 32, 36. He hasn't scored 21 or less since November 4th. It's like a month and a half ago, and that was against the Magic, who for the last 2 years have had one of the best defenses in the league, and maybe the best come on over the last 2 years. And Oklahoma City, it was a rough game for them. By the way, if you like this video so far, subscribe. I know it's kind of lazy. Stick till the end, though, because I do have a video coming out on my main channel, like tomorrow, hopefully. I'm considering pulling an all-nighter trying to finish it. But, yeah, stick to the end. I'll, link that video in the description, or at least the channel in the description, because it comes out, 2:30, 3 tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, OKC just couldn't get anything going offensively. Their three-point percentage was, 4 for 31, 5 for 32. It's really stat padded. It's really 4 for 31, because they made one, at the very end. And Shea had 2 of those threes. He shot 2 for 8, 2 for 9 from 3. The rest of the team shot 2 for 25. They could not make anything. It wasn't that they weren't getting great looks. I mean, they weren't getting insane looks. Yeah, this game was never pretty offensively. Even the Bucks shot 42% from the field, but they did make their threes. Made 17 of them, and that was the difference. 12 made threes are between them is the difference. And yeah, I mean that's what the game came down to. OKC, if they shoot their normal, 35%, they're definitely winning that game. And I'm watching the broadcast right now. Giannis, Dame, and Doc are touching the trophy. They're lifting it up now. But yeah, what a game. Milwaukee has turned their season around. All of a sudden, I know this game doesn't count towards the regular season standings, if you didn't know. This game does not count towards that. The rest of the playing games did, every single other NBA Cup game did, except for this one. But yeah, I mean they've completely turned their season around. I remember they were like 1-9, 2-9 or something like that. And we're thinking like, what are they cooked? It didn't look like they had much that they could even change with their roster. And like they haven't changed anything with the roster, but it looked like it was kind of they were just stuck. And I just made a video about it too, like on this channel a week ago or so. I don't know. I've been lacking on this channel. I've been pretty busy. But yeah, I mean, this team was dead in the water. Like we thought there was no hope. Since then, they've won their last like 10 of their last 12, something like that, including wins over like the Magic. Only losses to the Celtics, which best team in the East, and Hawks, which they turn into the 96 Bulls whenever they play any good team. I don't know how it works. They beat the Cavs twice and lost to the Wizards twice. But yeah, Giannis, great game. MVP, moment right there. And for OKC, are you worried? Probably not. They're still first in the West, no matter what this game did. They're still the team to beat in the West, probably. I think they're like 20-5. But again, this is another situation which you lose on the big stage, and I don't think that's really a worry. They're such a young team that even if they don't get it done this year, next year they will. But yeah, I mean, last year you make it to the playoffs, you get rid of Josh Giddey because he's really the reason they lost to the Mavs. I'd say the Mavs' whole kind of defensive strategy was to leave off one guy and they can help pretty much everywhere else. So they leaned into their help defense. That guy was Josh Giddey. And a lot of their team let down. Like, Shea was great. The rest of their team really was not good. And then, you get rid of Josh Giddey, you make it here. Now you lose again on a big stage. And I'm not saying it's anything to worry about. Like, if I still had to pick someone to come out of the West, Thunder are still my pick. But, yeah, it's just not the most encouraging for the future. But, again, they're 20-5. Like, they'll be fine. Okay, so it'll be fine. Just really bad shooting game, something that you have to fix when, the lights are brightest. They're going to have to start shooting better when it really matters. But, yeah, the video I want to talk about, making a video on the 2019 James Harden season. That year he averaged like 36, that season. It's going to be like 1440 long, I think, something like that. The link to the channel will be in the description and comments. The link to the video will be there at like 2:33 p.m. That's when it's being posted. So yeah, go check that out then. Just give it like 5 minutes. If you don't like it after 5 minutes, fair enough, click off. If you do, do all the stuff all the YouTubers said. You've heard it before. If you watch YouTube, like, subscribe, all that stuff. But yeah, just give it 5 minutes to decide if you like it or not and if you like the channel or not. I'm really trying to do something new with this channel. And the last video completely flopped. I'm really grinding on this video. So yeah, go check that out. And yeah, Milwaukee Bucks, NBA Cup champions.